Greetings, fellow Whovians. Hope you have a good week so far. Well, you may notice I'm in my room instead of where I normally record. That's because my grandma's still up, but, what you gonna do? Anyway, so, we're gonna continue our look at the Fifth Doctor era with the episode Time Flight. So, here we go. The Fifth Doctor, Nyssa, and Tegan, still mourning the loss of their former companion Adric, arrive at Heathrow and learn from Department C-19 that one of their Concords mysteriously vanished just before landing. Using another Concorde with the TARDIS aboard, the Doctor and his companions join Captain Stapley and his crew to fly the same landing path. They appear to land at Heathrow, but the Doctor determines they have flown through a time corridor to 140 million years in the past. The illusion of Heathrow projected by a powerful psychokinetic field. I wonder who could have done something like that, I wonder. The crew of passengers of the missing Concorde believe they are at Heathrow, but are enslaved to work under guard of plasmatons, humanoid blobs of protein held together by the psychokinetic field. One passenger, Professor Hayter, has seen through the illusion, and lets the Doctor know that they have been forced to work by the mystic Khalid to break into a central chamber at a nearby citadel. As the Doctor sets off to see Khalid, Shapley and Hayter attempt to break the other humans free of the illusion, while Nyssa, with her empathic abilities, is able to enter the central chamber freely, along with Tegan, to find the power source controlling the psychokinetic field. Nyssa briefly interrupts the power source, which causes Khalid's disguise to falter, revealing himself to the Doctor as the Master! Dun dun dun! The Master explains that he had been trapped in Earth's past after their last encounter, his own TARDIS damaged, and believed that he could repair it by acquiring the power source in the Citadel. He created the time corridor to obtain human slaves to help break the chamber open. However, now with the Doctor's TARDIS in his possession, the Master sets off in it to try to materialize in the central chamber. Yeah, good luck with that, Master. The Doctor finds that the humans have finally broken through the chamber, and he soon traces Nyssa and Tegan inside. To find that the power source is a Gestalt intelligence of numerous Seraphim. Their ship had crashed some time ago, and to survive against high radiation levels, they took the form of energy in the Gestalt. However, when the Master arrived, his presence caused the Gestalt to develop a split personality, some willing to help the Master while others fighting against him. The Master is unable to materialize the Doctor's TARDIS into the chamber, but instead uses it to create an induction loop to transfer the Gestalt into his TARDIS. Returning to his TARDIS, he finds that Stapley and Hayter have taken some of the key circuitry in their attempt to free the others, and he attempts to scavenge those parts from the Doctor's TARDIS. The Doctor proposes a truce, providing the spare parts, including a temporal limiter, to repair the Master's TARDIS in exchange for dropping the psychokinetic field. The Master agrees, and quickly dematerializes when his TARDIS is ready. The Doctor ushers his companions and the freed humans to one of the Concords, and uses his TARDIS to bring them back to the present at Heathrow. He reveals he programmed the temporal limiter to have the Master arrive later than they did, and thus is able to prevent the Master's TARDIS from rematerializing. Ha! Instead, as the Doctor had programmed, it will now rematerialize on the Seraphim's home planet. Clever! After saying goodbye to Shapley, Hayter, and the rescued passengers, the Doctor and Nyssa leave, believing that since they got Tegan to Heathrow, she does not intend to travel with them anymore. Tegan races out of the airport as the TARDIS vanishes, upset at being left behind. Yeah, I would be upset too. Anyway, let's get some production notes here, shall we? The working titles for the story were Xanadin, Seraphim, and Time into Flight. Doctor Who was the first television show allowed to film at Heathrow Airport. The 1967 serial The Faceless Ones was filmed and took place at Gatwick, another major airport in Great Britain. The Concorde used for the production was a GBOAC, the flagship of the BA fleet at the time. Nice. The registry can be read from the radar screen in the ATC scenes. The other registry, GBAVF, was not a Concorde, but a Beechcraft 58 twin-engined light executive aircraft. Although his character had been killed in the previous episode, Matthew Waterhouse's contract extended into the filming of Time Flight, which is the reason for Adric's illusory appearance in Part 2. Tegan's departure from the series was never intended to be permanent, was planned as a sort of cliffhanger ending to the 19th season. She would later return in the second episode of the next story, Arc of Infinity. Thank goodness for that. Peter Davison has claimed that Time Flight was the biggest disappointment from his time in the series, stating it was a, quote, very good story, but it run out of money. We filmed the prehistoric landscape of Heathrow Airport and Studio 8 at TV Center, with the model Concorde in the back studio. The monsters were bits of foam. We didn't do the story justice, end quote. In order to hide the Master's involvement in the story, the first episode did not credit Anthony Ainley as the Master. Instead, the credits at Radio Times listed Leon Nee Tay, an anagram of Tony Ainley, as playing Khaled. Keith Drinko would later play Henry Hallam in the audio play Catch 1782. So overall, an interesting end to the 19th season, and hey, it's nice to see the Master again on the screen. So, overall, I give Time Flight 3 sonic screwdrivers out of 5. Well, join me next week as we take a look at the beginning of the 20th season with Arc of Infinity. And this time it was Arc with a C instead of a K, so there you go. Bit of a change up. Anyway, so until then, this is Snoopy Queen saying, "Oh my giddy aunt!" When I say run, run! I've a polarity neutron flow. Would you like a jelly baby? Fantastic! Allons-y! Geronimo! Bow ties are cool, fezzes are cool, and Stetsons are cool.